Hey YouTube, Healthinator here, and today we're going to talk about the importance of an organic diet. But before I do, let me take a moment and thank everyone for subscribing to my YouTube channel and taking time out of your busy day to help improve your health. So, according to me, I believe there's three levels of food. There's conventional food, non-GMO food label, which looks like this, and the organic label, which looks like this. Now let's discuss what's in conventional food. Conventional food is loaded with pesticides, herbicides, GMOs, which are sprayed with Roundup, hormones, antibiotics, and something that the FDA considers generally recognizes safe. These are food chemicals. Well, let's find out what some of these food chemicals are. One of them is used as a dough conditioning agent, and it's used also in yoga mats. So you're eating a yoga mat in bread. There was another one that is a defoaming agent in oils, which is also used in silly putty. There is carrageenan, which is made from seaweed as a thickening agent in dairy products, which causes a lot of gut issues and gut digestive problems. And then there's caramel color number 4, which is used in coffees and lattes and syrups, and it's also an ammonia-based derivative. You don't want these chemicals in your body. In fact, I'm going to share one with you that's kind of really gross. So under the natural flavoring category, there is something called beaver anal gland. So when you reach in your freezer and you get that vanilla ice cream, you can kind of taste what beaver anal gland tastes like. No thank you, that's kind of gross. So you don't want these things in your diet. They're going to be very problematic. So you can eat these foods this conventional way, but over time it's going to cause a problem and a burden on your body, causing disease or illness, which conventional medicine is going to treat with several medications. That's not the approach I would take. Now that we've discussed what's in conventional food, I'd like to explain the difference between non-GMO label and the organic label. There are products out there that are non-GMO but yet not organic. What this means is there's no genetically modified organisms in the product. That's great, but there's a major problem. These crops can still be sprayed with Roundup. The farmers spray Roundup on the crops as a drying agent to help speed up the drying process prior to harvest. So if you're looking to lower the toxic load in your body and you don't want to eat Roundup, then always choose organics. Also, don't be fooled by the term all natural. That means nothing. I would also like to touch on the topic of gluten-free. This does not mean it is healthier. It can still contain many of these dangerous food chemicals along with Roundup. In a future video, The Dangers of GMOs, I'll explain the real problem with wheat, and it's not the gluten. Okay, let's discuss organics. Conventional versus organic. Let's start with the soil. Conventional food is farmed over and over again, causing what I call soil depletion, while the organic farmer puts much more nutrients back into the soil for a healthier and more nutritious plant. Plus, you're not getting the herbicides, the pesticides, the crops are not sprayed with Roundup, and the livestock do not eat GMO feed, antibiotics, or growth hormones are not used. Plus, none of these scary food chemicals. In fact, I will provide a video link below. There was a family who was eating conventional only. Their urine was collected and tested. They had high levels of pesticides, herbicides, and a lot of these food chemicals. The food was all taken away, and they only ate organics for 2 weeks. The urine was all retested, and many of these levels have dropped to much lower levels. A much wiser choice and healthier choice, I think. You can definitely treat yourself to special foods, like the cookie, like ice cream, like a piece of cake, but just make sure they're organic. This way, there's a much cleaner version and your body will digest it and recognize. Just don't overindulge. Now, these big corporations are producing all of this garbage food, but I'll tell you one thing, in the European market, they actually will produce much cleaner versions for them. In fact, many of these food chemicals are banned in Asia and in Europe. In fact, in Singapore, there's that food chemical that's used in the dough conditioning agent. There's a $500,000 fine in Singapore for this. So what do they know that we don't know? Kind of crazy. I have a saying. Basically, you either pay for the food, organic, or you pay for the pharmaceuticals. It's your choice. So in closing, a much wiser choice is to choose organics because there's a lot less burden on the body compared to this conventional food. So when you're in the supermarket and you're going down the aisle, look for the organics, buy them, do it now. Again, I'm the Healthinator. Thanks for watching. Good health to you.